Now it's here, yeah. So glad we were able to play well last night and played really a complete game. I can't remember too many midweek games where we played like that last night, which was good to see, knowing what was ahead of us. Now that it's here, excited. Everybody's very excited. I mean, it's just my second year as a head coach, but by far and away, it's the most that I've been hit with phone calls and good lucks and tickets. That seems to be the popular thing. So it's amazing, how many people are excited about the series, and I think the first two nights are sold out from what I hear. That's good for UM. That's good for college baseball.
Gino, you lived as a player this series. Tell us a little bit about this rivalry.
It's changed a little over the years. Back when I played, we just played them twice, but we play them 4 times, twice at our place and twice at their place. Now it just goes back and forth, home and home for a 3-game series. But certainly the rivalry, I'm a Cane, born and raised, so I know the whole thing going back to the Gator flop, if anybody really wants to know where this whole thing started from. And so I learned at a very young age the attitude towards Canes and Gators. And be honest with you, I'm just looking forward to the fact that our program, we're happy that it's in a good place right now. We got an opportunity to really showcase what we have going here against a very, very good program, probably arguably one of the best programs in the last 10 years with Florida. They've done a great job. They've had our number, certainly over the last 10 years. We had our run for a while, and they've had theirs now. I'm looking forward to changing that and hopefully have a it should be a very, very competitive series. It really should. They got a very good team coming back just as we do, so we're looking forward to it.
This would be big for your team to do well.
Yeah.
And going on after this series for the rest of the season.
Well, I think so. It's still a long season to go, so this series can't dictate the rest of the year, but there's no doubt you take what you take from each game and series, and hopefully we play well and we gain a lot of confidence, and we do the things we need to do to be successful. These are the kind of games you're going to have to play late in the year if you're going to get to where you want to go. You're going to have to beat teams like this. So it's kind of it's always been that with Florida. You play them early. It's that test to kind of see where you're at. And hopefully I'm looking forward to it, and I know our guys are. So it's kind of a good barometer from that standpoint.
You mentioned them having your number recently. What makes you confident that this year's group can be the one to start to change that?
Well, I was confident last year. We won the first game, and we were up 3-1, I think, going into the 7th inning or 8th inning, whatever it was, and we let it get away from us. I felt like I was very confident with our team last year with a very young team and whoever we played. And that hasn't changed. The confidence hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed now is these guys are a year older. They're a year more experienced. They're a year more developed. So we're a better team than we were last year. And I'm sure they'll say the same thing about themselves because we're kind of similar from that standpoint. They got a lot of guys returning from last year's team as well.
Gino, you mentioned a lot of interest, the tickets, the phone calls.
Yeah.
When did you notice that it was different? Was there a particular phone call or a moment where you're like, man, what's going on?
Oof, that's a good one there. I did notice a while, I would say probably as soon as the ranking thing came out, I think that's when that 1-2 thing in D1, it started getting a little crazy, and you started hearing from a lot of people and excited, and so that's good. It's good for media. It's good for the fans. That 1-2 thing's always a neat thing to be able to say, albeit it's in one poll. There's 5 polls or 6 polls out there, but and the fact that it is the Gators and the Canes, it just adds a little bit more to it. We've had good crowds here playing Florida over the years, but I expect this to be better than probably any we've had in the past.
Scouting them a little bit, what do you see how your pitchers are going to have to attack their hitters, vice versa?
I haven't. That's our assistant coaches. You need to ask them. They're the ones doing all that breaking down. I haven't had time to do that. They're locked in their offices doing that. I will tell you, knowing from what I know, Florida, as they pitch, their starting pitching will be very good. They're going right. 2 guys that we faced last year that we know. They haven't determined their Sunday guy, but I think their offense will be better than what it was last year. They'll be very well coached, and so I would expect no different from that standpoint. In terms of specifics and particulars, I don't know all that just yet, but our players right now are preparing for that with our assistant coaches, and we'll be ready tomorrow.
How do you handle that 1 versus 2? You mentioned it's for the fans and how much that gets them, but with the players, with the team,
Yeah.
They see those numbers too. I know they don't think about them, but they're there nonetheless.
Well, I take a page out of Coach Frazier's playbook, and I bring him. We try to bring him back down to earth. You know, look, you don't try to hide from the fact that it's exciting. Who we kidding ourselves? Somebody say you're ranked number 1, that's exciting. Okay, take that for what it is. Now handle it. How you gonna handle it? You guys gonna think you got it all figured out? I mean, the last poll that you want to be number 1 in is January 25th or 6th, whatever day that final day of the championship games are. And you want to be, because that team that's 1 is going to be 1 in all the polls. We're not 1 in all the polls, by the way. We're only 1 in 1 poll. It just means excitement around our program. The program's in a place where we'd like to be, where Miami has been in the past, years ago. 2016, we were 1 for a few weeks. And, with 1 comes with a lot of, responsibility. I will say that team that we played yesterday is a good team. That's not a bad team, and they got a lot of returning guys. It was good to see our guys come out and put it on them good early and kind of put the game away and finish the game and not let them back in the game. So that's a sign of our team being mature and staying focused and not getting ahead of himself, because they could say, oh, we're 1, we're playing Florida. Who's that we're playing over there? That didn't happen last night. So to me, that's a very good sign. I think our guys are in the right frame of mind to handle it. Look, you stay 1 all year, you don't stay 1, that's not the end goal. The end goal is the last team, the last ranking, where you at, and that's where we want to be. And we're in a good place right now.
We know how intense Canes Gators can be in any sport on the field, but
Yeah.
sometimes the action in the stands is as entertaining as on the field.
Yeah.
What are you expecting from the atmosphere? It should be a good amount of both fans here.
Yeah, I'm hoping ours is going to make a lot more noise than theirs, I would expect. But they usually have some fans here too. But yeah, I mean, that'll be, again, fun for the fans. I won't get into the fans. I'll leave that up to them to handle that and do what they do. I hope they make as much noise as possible. Again, I hear it's going to be sold out the first 2 nights, so we're looking forward to the atmosphere. I've been in this place when it gets packed and it rocks. The fans are right on top of you. So it's going to be a lot of fun for our guys, especially guys that haven't experienced it before, and of course our veteran guys. And we'll feed off of that, and it'll be great, great for us.
Anything else for Gino? Great.
Okay, thank you.